Hey everyone, Scott Cunningham, aka Scott's Business. Today I wanted to share sort of a summary or overview of my journey on blockchain because recently someone had posted on Twitter and they said they really liked that there was certain crypto influencers out there who are actually like showing everything that's happening behind the scenes and giving a full transparent view of everything that they're doing, accomplishing, and reporting out. And I thought that was really interesting because they also tagged me and they said, well, are you doing this? And I said, absolutely. I've been tracking my analytics across all my platforms, which has been very tedious and mostly manual tracking. And I've been doing this for years. And if you follow me on most of my blockchain platforms, you might not have seen this, but if you follow me on LinkedIn, you'll notice that I upload a PDF every month because a lot of these other platforms don't support PDFs. But I will leave a link to my LinkedIn portfolio and show you where you can actually find this. And I'll do that right now just so that there's no confusion later on if you want to just look at this versus me going through it. And let me just share my screen here. So when you navigate over to LinkedIn at Scott C Business, and again, I will include the link, and you just scroll down to featured, you'll see these two. I'm also a social media marketer, so I have a lot of stuff in there as well for social media marketing. But if you go to this, blockchain social media and influencer opportunities, this is where you'll find all of my information and everything that we're going to be going through in this report, though I've actually just renamed it to Blockchain and Legacy Social Media Metrics Report. And I will probably update that on LinkedIn as well, so that when you guys do go and look, it'll be the exact same. All I think I changed with that last update was just the title, though, so I don't think it's super significant. This gives you a really good idea, though, of the overall metrics that I've achieved across all platforms. And again, this video isn't to be like bragging or showing off or anything, because there's way more people who are way ahead of me. This is more to be like, okay, if I joined all of these blockchain platforms, what could it look like in a couple years? And, you know, is it worth it? Am I successful, quote unquote? I've made quite a bit of money. I've done influencer deals. I've met people that I would have never thought I would have had the chance to meet otherwise in the crypto space. So absolutely, by all factors, aside from, you know, a ridiculously high follower count and mass wealth, I would consider this is success for me personally. And I've really enjoyed doing it. So I've gotten a much better, like I've done much better than I expected, right? Because this was just for fun, and I've really just been doing this for fun and trying to put out videos almost every day. And these results are really, really good. So I'm just under 100,000 video views, just under 150,000 engagements, just over 21,000 comments, very close now to almost 70,000 followers, and very close to 13 million impressions. So again, I'm very, very, very impressed with how well I've done, and I really appreciate everyone's support to be able to do this. In this, there is a little like fluff post or fluff content about kind of just some of the different things I've been doing and achieving during my time. This gives you a good breakdown of all the platforms that I've been using, and sort of I've used more than just these, but some other platforms I have such a low follower count, or I'm so new on, that it's not really worth sharing. But and while all of these aren't crypto or blockchain platforms, there's definitely communities that are interested in it on these platforms. So if you're not familiar with any of these, we've got YouTube, Twitter, Steam, Minds, Gab, LinkedIn, PublishOX, BitChute, Library, Hive, Uptrend, and Float. And again, these are not the only ones I use. These are not the only ones I recommend, but these are the main ones. I will put out a full recommendation that is comprehensive, looking at over, I think, about 130 platforms in total, and that will come out very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. You can also check out my interviews and creator chats that I do on Castbox or Spotify when you search up crypto and things. And just for the sake of it, if you search up crypto and things on Spotify, you'll get this. And I have all of the interviews that I've done, as well as my creator corner stuff. And some of the older stuff might be a little loud with the background music, and I apologize. But moving forward, I'm ensuring that it's crisp quality for being able to actually perfectly hear the person talking. I still think it's pretty good, and I used Adobe Audition to edit it a little bit and make it sound as clear as possible. But feel free to let me know what you guys think of the Spotify stuff. If you want to see all of my content on there, I can definitely do that, but I'll only do that if enough people are requesting that I bother. These are some of the achievements I've achieved in my time on these platforms. So I'm in the top 400 most followed on Steam and Hive, which is really cool. Really just because Hive duplicated Steam, so I kind of got lucky with that one. Library, I'm the founding creator. And you can see my certificate over there at the bottom in all my videos basically now. And they also sent me a bunch of LBC, and it was just a really, really nice thing that Library did for a bunch of their original starting creators. So that was really, really cool to see. And I'm a top channel on Minds with regularly trending blogs. So if you look at the last 30 days for Minds, crypto, blockchain, stuff like that, you'll probably see my blogs or videos. And I haven't added this yet, but I will update this. Same with Library. Library is more so because I use supports, and I have a video on that, which you guys can go and check out. How to earn 3 times more LBC. That's on all my platforms. You could find that anywhere. I'm consistently featured on the front page of PublishOX. Not as much uptrend anymore, but I was I was featured there quite a bit, but not as much. But needless to say, Gary Vaynerchuk follows me on Instagram, which is a huge win for me. I think it's kind of a little lame to list it as an achievement, but for me, this is my guilty pleasure thing, because he is a huge role model of mine, and getting that follow back was just really, really cool for me. I have to update this a little. I've interviewed 39 executives and founders from blockchain companies, and you can actually see all of them listed right here. And this gives you an idea of all the people I've talked to and the actual projects or companies they're related to. And you can control click this to go to the actual playlist, or just, find all the interviews on all of my video platforms, and you can watch that as well. The last few things are, I'm on a few different publications on Medium, but I haven't used it a lot lately. I've won a few different contests, which was really cool, way to earn some extra crypto. And I've reviewed 130 plus blockchain and cryptocurrency platforms multiple times. And I had to update that because I've been working on the report and adding more and more. I think it's going to be done very, very soon. I just wanted to wait for every platform that I'm reviewing to be fully updated, to give them the best chance for how they would be reviewed, so to speak. That'll come out very soon, so be on the lookout for that. These are some companies that I've worked with in the past. And a cool thing is, when you get really into a space, even if you're not crazy popular like myself, you'll still get influencer deals. You'll still get to talk with people and interact with people who you would have never otherwise, and they wouldn't have given you the time of day. And I think it's just really, really cool. And I've gotten to have so many amazing conversations and interactions with people that I never would have been able to before. And this really all just started because I wanted to do this because I thought it was interesting and fun. And I've now managed to make a ton of money from it. And, I've just had a really good time with it, and I will continue pushing and teaching and sharing as much as I possibly can. This just kind of goes over some of the cons and pros, in my opinion, for what a lot of different platforms include compared to previous platforms. This is all the links to my platforms. This is kind of diving in more specifically to how I performed on Hive, Steam, and Library. You can also see the overall in metrics for everything as well here, but in a few different spots, I dive in more in depthly to like what I get on a monthly basis and stuff like that, if you're curious. And then I look at some of my, like some of the times where I actually have trended, etc. This was just an example I took yesterday because I trend on library every single day because of supports. Again, you can learn all about that by searching up any of my guides on tutorials. I have multiple ones. This is not hard to achieve, and this is under all content. So my channel was the 5th thing listed under all content on the entire platform. Again, this is easier than it looks. You can check out my videos how to do this. On Minds, this isn't as easy. But if you go and you look at like top content under these, like under cryptocurrency, blockchain, Minds, crypto, you'll see under 30 days that you'll see several of my blogs and posts, unless that has drastically changed. But I did pretty well on Minds, though Minds seems to be slowing down lately. These are just examples of posts that performed well. This looks at PublishOX and Uptrend, how I've done on a monthly basis, which has been increasing. I see these platforms doing better and better and better. So it'll be interesting to see how they continue to grow in 2020. This was just showing that PublishOX at one point featured they saw a bunch of my posts in one video because they were just looking at the homepage, and you could see that how many of my stuff was actually featured, and it was included in one of their videos. And they also sometimes send out emails that include my posts as well as showing up on their homepage regularly. So that's really, really awesome. These are uptrend posts that have performed really, really, really well. So you can see some of them have 10,000 views, 9,000 views, and you can see all that if you go to my channel and then you switch to see popular posts. You'll see all of these. This just takes a brief look at my most recent month on YouTube and Twitter. Obviously, I can't get every metric because it would be very, very crowded, but it just gives you a brief idea of like what I achieved for that month. And actually, I would be curious to see, is there any like optimizations that you guys would like to see if you cared really about this? Like is this good enough? Do you want to see a custom graph from like Excel? Same with this. Is any of this too fluff that should be removed? Should something be added that isn't here? That's basically it. This is just kind of sharing some of the other platforms that I'm on that people should check out. Like you should also look at TokenTuber, OpenTube, Re.cash, Cause.tv, SoMe. Great platforms to also look at. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to if there's someone who wants to get their blockchain platform out there or project or whatever, you can schedule a meeting with me, but definitely first email me or get in contact with me to set that up, because I obviously can't just meet with everyone. But this is there if you guys are interested, or if you have some sort of proposition or you want to meet and talk about some sort of business opportunity. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to just hang out and chat with people, but I'm always open to different business opportunities, or if you want me on your podcast or vice versa or whatever, or if there's something that you might want to share on my podcast, feel free to let me know. I'm always open to hearing propositions, and most of the time I say yes. So let me know what you guys think. Again, if there's anything that I can optimize or add to this, let me know. And again, I want to be clear that this isn't to like show off how well I've done. It's more to give that transparency that some people have requested and are looking for with other creators as well. Again, you can find this listed on my LinkedIn platform /profile, and I will have a link to that as well. But it's just Scott C Business, which is where you'll find me under Scott C Business on every platform. So it's not too hard to find. But again, if you go to my portfolio my profile, and you scroll down to featured, it'll be right here. And I'm going to update it right now, so you will see the most updated version. Anyways, I hope this gives you a good idea of what my journey has sort of been. I didn't really touch on my earnings or anything. If you guys are really, really interested in seeing that, maybe I'll do a separate video for that. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, if you did watch to the very end of this video, make sure to comment hashtag #1ham in the comments below. That way I know you watched the whole thing. Let me know if there's anything else you want to see, or if there's any questions you have or anything like that. And I will make sure to answer your questions as soon as I possibly can. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. You are amazing. Have an amazing day. I'm Scott Cunningham, aka Scottsy Business, signing off. Cheers.